Hi friends, welcome to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. Today's video series start is going to be basically just going through the shelves that I have of my unfinished projects. I'm going to count out what journals I have that are unfinished and section them into ones that I hope to finish, and then maybe even pull some out that I just don't, it's just not in me to want to do it. And then from there, I will decide what to do with those packages. I don't even know. But anyways, for all of my friends who have taken the time to comment on the community post about my unfinished journals, making your guesses on how many I actually have, I don't even know. So we're gonna find out together, and let's see where I land on there. And then hopefully by the end of the series of me going through my shelves, cleaning up, this is kind of an organizational type series as well. But by the time we're done with this, hopefully I'll have a better handle on what I have that I want to at some point complete an account. And then I would like to say that it will hold me accountable, but you know, I kind of don't follow those rules. I want to, but I don't. So we'll get started, and I have lots of unfinished projects. Some of them are actually journals. Some of them are just journal covers. Some of them are things that I've been saving. Basically, I guess you would call it a kit of some sort. And some of those kits I'm not going to do. I've taken them off my plate for different reasons, but I still think they're going to be really fun and great to put together. They may end up in a sale at some point if somebody's interested in a full, well, I don't know that I could call it a full kit, but a great start to a journal. Maybe we'll say that. Anyhow, so we're going to get started. I'm going to go on my, when I did my video walkthrough, I had some shelves, kind of makeshift shelves and old wooden box crates and things like that I just showed all the unfinished projects. I'm pulling down the boxes. Each box, I think, has more than one thing in it. So we're going to start there. So this is the top shelf. And what this is some beautiful lace that I totally forgot that I had. Why? Because I was using it to make pockets on these journal covers. So I don't necessarily want to take it out of here at the moment, but I want to see where I'm at. Pardon the shadows. I'm in a different spot in my craft room, and I do not have a great backlight. And the only light that I have for this section is right above me instead of facing at me. So you're going to have some shadowing from that. I think this is like a very light pink. I thought it was white, but it is very light pink. So let's see what's in this. Let's move this over to the side and we'll pull it out. I think this one was actually journal covers that I was making. So these are all, let me grab my ruler. These were envelopes, and I did fabric covering. They're very loose. They're very easy to work with. They're, you know, they're soft. They're very soft, so it makes it very pliable and flexible when you're working with them. And I believe these envelopes were, yeah, 9 by 12, I want to say, 9 by 12. And so they are fabric and ready to go. Let me see. So I technically wouldn't call these journals, obviously, because they're not journals, but I do have some that are ready to go. And maybe all I do is put some pockets and make a couple of things and put these in my cells. You guys have to let me know. Also, but keep in mind, I am not I am a messy sewer. I'm self-taught pretty much. And it's hard for me to follow straight lines. So I think it still looks great. I did some pinking, shear cutting on the sides, but it really depends on the person and what their specifications are. So I would always point those out to anybody that was interested in that. So I have that cover. I have this one right here, and that's pretty, isn't it? So I have that one. This one looks like I already pre-picked the pockets for this one. So here's my lace still sitting on there. Look at these beautiful laces. I forget that I have them because this is what I do. Red and white polka dots. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? And then this is the flip side. Isn't that nice? So that's gorgeous. I have that one. So there's 3 of these covers So some of you might remember me making these a long time ago. This is a purple inside, and it also has its lace. So I guess this is as far as I got, as I was choosing the lace for the pockets, and then, you know, things happened. I think I know what happened. I think this was the year of 2024, which, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Things happen. Here's another polka dot one. Red and white polka dot. Oh, look at that. And that's gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? So I guess some of them I did pinking shear cutting, and some of them I didn't. I left that one. I don't know why. I don't even remember. So then I have a basket here filled with fabrics that I pulled to make things. So what do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 of these here. And I have the laces for these two. So I have 5 ready to go, almost. Well, not ready to go. I can't even call that. Almost ready to go journal covers. So I'm going to set those aside while we look at the rest of the stuff that's in this basket. So it looks like in this basket, this is what I've done. I was creating more journal covers. And so what I had done is this. This is my nightmare. Just kidding. Let me share my nightmare experiences with you. This one is vintage. So this is a vintage pillowcase. I chose the napkin to do for decoupaging, and I chose the inside vintage pillowcase for the inside cover. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's beautiful. I actually really love doing this, and I need to get back to it. So isn't that a gorgeous? I love the blues and the yellows together. So that's going to be a journal cover, because why not just make a lot of journal covers and never complete a journal? But that's okay. Maybe I just like making journal covers. Maybe that's all it is. This beautiful, beautiful, oh my gosh, vintage, is this a sheet? I think this is a sheet. But those colors, I just love those colors. So there's the one side of that. This, I must have kept this piece to create on the inside for pockets. Maybe I was indecisive. I don't really quite remember. And then look at this beautiful piece of vintage sheet. And I know I sold a lot of my fabrics in cells, so they're probably there. I don't have a napkin on this one. So I guess it was whatever was in the moment for me. So I have that one. Then there's this one right here. This is, I don't know if this sheet is actually vintage or not, but it's really pretty if you like the blues. I love the blues. And then inside is another piece of this really gorgeous fabric. I know I sold some of this too. Oh, and it looks like I chose a napkin. Those are the colors. I think that's pretty. Oh, and some of these really cool paper doilies, which I know these ones are old. I think they are. They look like they're old. Maybe they're not. Somebody feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be giving misinformation. So there's that one. And then, oh, and then there's this. Look at this. This is a masterboard that I did. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember. Well, 2024. I'm guessing this was all 2024. I know it is because I didn't do any of this in 2025. And then, but I don't think I did. Oh my gosh. Again, correct me if you know. But this is a really cool masterboard that I made. And I think it looks like I use book page, music. I have a, what is that called? Shorthand book. And it looks like I have dictionary page. But it's really pretty. And this is one I did without inking all the edges just to have, I just wanted a background. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use this on or off of with a cover. Okay, and then we have, oh, goodness gracious. This one just hasn't been sewn. So this one must have been done, and then I was waiting to sew, but isn't that pretty? Look at those, look at that. Look at that. I can see a little bit of glue seepage, but it's on the spine, so that means it can be covered up. There's a little bit on the back, too. But that's okay. You know, that's where the layering comes into place. So this is a journal cover that's not sewn. Here's another one I chose to put together. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Maybe I should just sell these. Like, I think the colors I chose were really pretty. I like them. I like them. What do you think about them? Do you think I did good on choosing the colors? I think I did. So sometimes that's just all I need to be creative, is just go through things and put things together. And then sometimes I need to make something. Here's another one. Now I believe, let me measure this piece right here. I think this is a fabric that I really liked, but I didn't have a lot of it. But I was trying to make it work, and I think it still will. It is 10 inches, or no, sorry, 9 3/4 inches long, and it definitely has the width. So it has that going for it. So it will definitely work, but it is shorter. And normally I cut them bigger, and then this one I just chose this inside fabric to be the lavender because I thought that was really pretty. Let's see, like that. There we go. I don't think it does it's not a big wow, but it is pretty. Here's another one, same thing. I had this beautiful fabric that wasn't as big as the other ones. And then I chose this blue one for the inside. Isn't that gorgeous? That's pretty. I promise we will get to my unfinished journals, but I want to see what's in this basket because it is pretty thick and heavy. And I need to move it. So I'm going to put, I think what I'm going to do is I'll put, I feel like journal covers and journals in progress are definitely different things to work with. And I think they need different sections. And maybe right now I just have everything kind of combined. And that could be part of my issue. So there's the inside and the outside. And that's really pretty. That is really, really pretty. Loving that so much. And then, oh, of course, the beautiful polka dots. Happy polka dots. This could be, I mean, like you can use this for anything. So this is very plain. It's got just a very light, shabby chic pink. It's very, very light pink. But, you know, when you put lace on there, it changes everything, you know. It really adds to it. These aren't I don't know if these are the right laces. They're just what I have available at the moment. Okay, and then add a piece of hair there, and then we have that. And if you see how I rub the fabric, I rub my head the same way. Like I'm always rubbing something. All right, this one is really pretty. Oops, that's the backside. So this, I think this is from the 90s, this sheet. I think it is. I'm pretty positive. This one, I don't know what era it's from, but I just thought they were really pretty together. Whoops, I keep doing that. I'm trying to see how these look together like that. See, that's gorgeous. I think it's a really nice, they complement each other very well, I feel like. And then there's this one right here. What did I choose for the inside of this one? Some of them I was having a hard time because my fabric stash was so big. I feel like it was just so big that I had too much to choose from. But, you know, because I do estate sales, it's not like I'm at a store finding coordinating fabric. So I'm trying to coordinate the things that I have sourced through estate sales and things like that. This fabric on the inside here, I love it so much. It is so pretty. It's got these gorgeous purples and the pinks and the tans and the creams. I just think it's so pretty. I felt like this one I couldn't decide if I wanted this on the inside or the outside. I did pair it with this one just to help pop maybe some of those other colors out a little bit more. But in all honesty, I don't think it was my favorite because I didn't feel like this purple here looks more blue compared to that purple. So this was one that I was struggling with. And even now when I look at it, it's still not my favorite combination. I love both the fabrics, just not together. Let's see, this one is a bundle of stuff here. So there's lace and fabric. This must be some more. It's like, oh, let's make more. Let's find some more things that I can put together, and I'll just wrap it up in this lace, and I don't even remember why, but we'll start from this one. So I have the yellows and the blues and the inside yellow. Oh, are these like plain fabrics on the inside? Solid colors, not. Quit saying plain, Sandra. Solid colors. This one, very pretty. I think that's what that is. And then we have a solid color on the inside, which again, when you're laying that lace down, it really pops on these solid colors, doesn't it? So we'll try a couple of different ones. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm loving it. And I'll fold that one, I guess, in half. We'll just keep going with what I did here. It is sparking some memory. Oh, look at the cherries. Oh, come on, girl, get it together. And then the inside, I have just a nice, really pretty green. So I feel like they all do complement. So I was going through my fabrics. I remember this, and I was thinking, oh, I need to get rid of all these plain colors. And I did get rid of a lot of them. And then when I got to this, I remember thinking, oh, now I know why I need plain colors. Now I know why I was collecting those. Because sometimes when you're going through all your fabrics and you don't know what to do, having those solid colors to complement the really pretty printed ones is needed. It is just needed, you know? So we have these inside here, and I'm gonna put them like that, and I'm gonna wrap them in this lace. And I think this lace is what I was gonna use for the spines, maybe. I really honestly do not remember. So I have that. And then of course, in case that wasn't enough, here's some more. And this was a curtain. So it's really pretty. This actually is a really great curtain to coffee dye with, tea dye with, any kind of inking dye because of all the wonderful openings of it. So we'll just fold that like it was and set it down. And then back to these ones here. And look at, I was already folding them over to make sure. So this is isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. It's so vintage. So pretty. So there's that for and this is, I guess I just folded it over so I can see. That would be the inside. And then there's this one. And let's see, that's a gorgeous fabric. And I feel like this was gifted to me. I have some more, but I think this was gifted to me. And then we have the inside. Isn't that pretty? That is really pretty. Okay. And then there's this one. Now, this fabric, I think I still actually have this in my fabric for sale. This looks like, it always makes me think of a puzzle piece, and it's kind of busy. And I wasn't sure I would like it, but I actually do like it when it's paired with things. These little flowers are very busy also, so I feel like I have two very busy pieces together. But again, when you're putting this with a lace pocket, I mean, it's nice. And you can even layer up your laces, you know, to make, you know, different looks on there. So I think this one I do like. I still like it way more than I like the other ones. It is a little bit on the busy side, but I do like it. And I also feel like you can cover, you know, like dress this up too with the lace and kind of tone that down. You could put that on the edge. That's really pretty. On the edge, could you imagine that on the edge and then inside for the pocket as well? Nice. Can you imagine? I bet you can. So I'm going to put these away. I have no idea how many. I'm not counting my hopefully to be journal covers. I'm not going to count them. If you counted them, please put the count in the description, in the comments. But I'm going to set those aside. So those are definitely going to have their own shelf, or their own spot, not their shelf. I do not want them with my journals. I want them, they can be next to them or close to them, just not intermingled like they are at this moment. All right, let's move on. I have a box here. I have this box here that I'm going to dissect into that in a minute. But before I do that, I want to get into the trays. So on that top, the first shelf that I'm working on, the top shelf, there's like these 3 stacked trays, like paper trays. And what I was doing is I was stacking in project boxes. My project boxes have grown. Some of my project boxes have more than one project in it. So let's do one at a time. And we'll grab the ruler in case we need it. And let's see what we are going to count as an unfinished journal. I feel like it should have some criteria. Like it should be more than just collected parts. It should have some sort of work done to it. So I think that goes together. This one, and then I think that's it for this box here. So let's move that out of there. This is a quilted pillowcase that I had cut up. I stitched around it. Look I have signatures sewn in, so this can be counted as a journal, an unfinished journal. I need a tally sheet. One moment. All right, I grabbed the notebook. So I'm not going to do the flip throughs on this right now. I'm going to kind of look at it quickly, and we're going to count the journals. So let's see. We're going to do. This is October 2025. Okay, and we're going to call this the unfinished journal count. So my goal is, you know, when I first started my YouTube channel, I did this big journal giveaway. And I think it was the 10 junk journal giveaway. And I gave away 10 journals. I gave away one a month. I feel like I extended it though. I think I did 12. But I'm also remembering on my 1-year anniversary, I had a lot of gifts gifted from so many of my friends out there. Thank you so much to celebrate my 1 year. And I did a huge giveaway. And so I don't know if I actually did 12 journal giveaways, 10 or 11. I don't remember. But I feel like I haven't done a journal giveaway in a very long time. And maybe after I get through all these things and get some things caught up, it would be something to really think about. I was thinking when I hit the 5,000 subscriber mark, which I know I'm a little ways off, but it gives me time to get there. I can do another big giveaway with a journal that's made, junk journal or otherwise, whatever you want to call it. It's a handmade journal, whether we use junk or junk. So it's all junk. If it's in my room, it's all my junk. It's the junk in my room. So anyways, all right. So this is a 2 signature journal, okay, and I do have pages in there, and it looks like I even have stuff like ready to go. So we're going to count this as 1. We're just going to do a tally mark, I guess. We're going to do tally marks. 1. And this is the basket. So this is what happens is I'm like, okay, this is the journal I was working on, and this journal, I want to say I started this in 2022, maybe. I think it could have been 2022. So I guess I said the last 2 years, but it could be even longer, 22 or 23. So here's like some parts and pieces that I grabbed for it. I have trims, I have papers, I have washi tape in here. I have a cool belt or fabric or a closure, I don't even know. This one I feel like I will finish. I did like this one. So this one would not end up in a like, oh, I'm going to give this away. Oh, look at a whole thing of crochet trim. Look at this vintage piece right here. Like, I'm not going to use all of that for this, but here it goes because this is what I planned on using. Okay, so we will, for now, and I'll have to clean this up later, but for now, we'll set this one aside. So we have number 1. And I'll set that one down to the side. I think I need to buy more of those trays. I really like those. This is another journal that was on top of there. What's going on in here? Let's see what I have gathered up in here. There's a button. And then there's a note. Sometimes people give me stuff too. This says, this is stuff, there's a tag in here that I wanted to put in here. I don't know if this is stuff from Luann. I don't think so. But it's a wonderful tag from Luann, and I liked it. So I guess I was putting it in here. And here's one little button in a giant bag. It looks like it's just parts and pieces. So it's fabrics, laces, some trim, some things that I like. The spine, or to make the spine, I have that in there. I have some of this really pretty vintage lace in there. It's just sitting in here doing nothing. And then I have, the book. Oh, this was a book that I gutted and I was going to make a journal with. I'm not going to count this one because it's literally just the parts. It's just the parts. And so I'm going to take this little button out of here. I don't need that many bags, right? Okay. So I'm just going to toss it in there like that. I'm going to take the pink fabric, all of it, and I'm just going to stick it in here. We will not count this. This is not to be counted. But I also think that this went with it. This is a, I'm going to take all the scrappy pieces and put those in there too. That in there. This was a digital, or it still is. It's a digital kit that I purchased. I don't know if the name's on there. Vintage, designed by Vintage Studio. So I haven't even cut these pieces out. Just sitting in there. It's very pretty. All right, I will not be posting, I'm so sorry, linking any of the shops in the description box, just because I don't know where to find them, and it will take me extra time to do that. But I will tell you, it's called Designed by Vintage Studio 717. Vintage Studio 717. And normally I would try to include everything in the description box, but that's just not gonna, it's just not something I can do at this time with everything else that I'm trying to accomplish. My apologies. And so I'm going to put this together because I know that this is the kit that I wanted to use for this. I'll put this on the back side and I'll keep it all together just like that. So this is not counted because it hasn't even been started. That goes over there. Well, it looks like I'm going to have more sections here. Okay, next tray. Let's see what's in here. I feel like there's more than one thing. Oh my gosh. So, oh my gosh, you guys are going to die. This is more journal covers that I didn't finish, that I wanted to do. I have a lot of vintage sheets and pillowcases and different ideas. So I don't think I'm going to go through this thing right here. I'm just going to, we'll do a quick show. I've got my fabrics, my solids. I like to use these for dyeing. If I was going to dye stuff, I know that's what I saved that for. I have a lot of shabby chic, the pinks, the whites, and the creams. So these also make pretty ruffles, those pretty white ones, you know, with that vintage kind of a white. Let me just take a quick peek here. This is, oh, so sheets. This was sheets that I was cutting up, but I was keeping all the stretchy parts and all the pieces to do different cuts. Oh my goodness. So that's what this is. This was planned to be on the journal cover or journal pockets. Isn't it's gorgeous? I still have a lot of this stuff to sell too, and maybe that's what I should do. If I'm not going to make it, I need to let it go. It's just that it's so pretty and it's pink. It's pink. This one I thought was going to make a pretty journal cover. And I think this one I was kind of debating. The way I have it folded, I think I was debating whether to make like a little journal, not right here, but like where this folds over, you know? So, you know what I mean? So this is a nice piece right here. Dang it, that is so gorgeous. All right, so let me see. This one was this. I'm trying to see if they need to go in that other box. Oh, yes, this is another one of the cross-stitching pieces. And I don't know if I cut this or if this towel was all together. And look at, I didn't have regular safety pins. I used my bulb pins everywhere, like holding this together. I was going to make a pocket. Oh, there's a stain right there. So I know I was going to put lace right there. All right. All right. The same thing here. I was holding this one together to make a journal cover of some sort. Can't remember what I was doing. But it's just pillowcases and different types of linens that I'd already torn and cut to fit. And look how pretty they would be so pretty if somebody would just put them together. This also is on an envelope. This is another piece, and I thought that was really pretty, having the drippies right here at the bottom. And the same thing with this one. Okay, so I'm going to put this with the journal covers, but, oh my gosh. Okay, so now I have 3 stacks. I have unfinished journals, journal kits, sort of journal kit stuff, and then I have journal covers. All right, let's see. I have one more in that basket right there. This one, oh, you know what? I know what this one is. Okay, I don't know if the whole thing is that or just part of it. This was, so the daughters and sisters journals that I was working on, which I got to quit saying the sisters because there's no sisters that are sending me any information. But anyways, so this one I'm actually not going to make for her. I'm not doing this one. I bought this kit and I love it. So I think I'm going to just take this and put it in my papers. And look, it's all curled. It's okay. I mean, I can still work with it, but I'm going to go ahead and put in my scraps, my papers, because this person here will never receive a journal from me, ever. I'm choking on my words because it hurts. This was an old blouse of mine that I loved. This color actually, I don't know if this color actually looks good on me, but I love the golds and I loved the buttons and I love this. And I wanted to make she loved these colors. And so I wanted to make it more personal. So the reason why I will never make this journal, not even for myself or anybody else, is because every time I look at it, I think of her and it hurts my heart. So that can't be done. So I'll be taking that apart. That needs to come apart. Just let it go. Just let it go. I do like the fabrics that I chose, though. Here's some pieces I was choosing to try and go with all these colors. You know, I wasn't positive on this blue, but this is like an upholstery fabric. I feel like this might also have been gifted to me. I can't remember. Please let me know, my friends, if you did gift this to me, or anything in here. If you remember it, it's just so cool. You know, like, oh, I remember I sent that to you, and yep, you never did anything with it, Sandra. I have that piece right there. This is very textured, and it's just a strip, but I think this would be so fun to play with. Love that color so much. All right, so I'm going to put that back into my fabrics. This one, and this one, and this one. And there's like all the scrappy pieces, and I sell them all the time. Well, I have sold so many of them, but like scrappy pieces, I love playing with them because they're so great to make your pockets, your tags, your master board, your fabric master boards, ruffles. I mean, all the things, right? So here's some more of this. So I'm going to take all of these colors, and I'm going to put that away. I'm going to stick that up there. That goes back into the rotation. And I guess I have a couple more over here. I'm going to get through the bags that were on top before I get to that box. So, Denise, I'm so sorry. I'm going to count this as a journal unfinished because I never did finish this. When I went to Nebraska to visit, when Jamie was out there with her son, taking care of him, and we were both able to go and meet Denise in real life. Yeah, it was so much fun and exciting. We went to her craft room. We also went to her store and bought stuff, but this is the journal that I bought. It's a, what's it called? Composition notebook. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it so much. So Denise made this. This is mine. And the reason why it's in here and I'm not using it yet is because when I was at Denise's, she was showing me how she makes them and how to put them together and her tips and tricks. And this is all scrapbook paper. Okay, first of all, this is all from Denise's craft room. She goes, do not bring a thing. I have everything you need. So I have scrapbook paper that I chose from Denise's stash. She had put some packs together and said, pick what you like, and if you don't like it, pick something else. She's so generous and so sweet, my friends. And then, I mean, we all know what it's like when we're like sourcing out all of our stuff, and you know, and to open that world up to somebody else. It's just so cool. Washi tape from her, all of it's from her, all of it. But I haven't finished my book, and I have the scraps. She goes, take your scraps, girl. I have enough scraps of my own. No. She goes, no, take all my scraps and put them in here. So I haven't finished this one. I really want to. This is actually, for me, and it's not that difficult. I probably should just leave this out of the box, but I'm going to add it to my unfinished journals. I'm going to set it over here, though, because that is something that I want to work on. Then I have... Oh, years ago when I was trying to do one on my own, I have another one of those. I must have put them together. And I was trying to do the composition notebook. Now, I was doing it very different than what Denise was showing me because I really didn't know what I was doing. So here's some scrappy papers that I had pulled. Okay, that's kind of fun. All right, so I'm just going to leave all that together. Strips and scraps and all kinds of stuff. And more. And there's digital papers, there's scrapbooking papers, there's everything. Notebook papers. And this is one. I never even put anything on the back. Is it there? Maybe this is the back. Oh, it is, because look I have the corners cut. This is the back of this one. So another one I can finish. So maybe I'll keep it together. But this one was different. I made like a pocket right there. Oh, we're not doing flip throughs. We're just looking at things. Okay, I have it sectioned off. We're not doing flip throughs. Stop, Sandra, stop. Actually, this isn't really much of a flip through because it's I'm going to put this in the back like this. I like to see both parts. So no matter how I pick my baggie up, I know there's stuff in there. That makes sense? So I'm going to put that over here with my Denise journal. So I have 2 and 3. Oh, I'm not keeping good track. Right now we have 3 unfinished journals. And I have sections, so I should put sections down here. Sections. I have unfinished journals. And this hopefully will help me when I come back from, well, gosh, I keep saying when I'm talking in the present moment. Hopefully when I'm ready to redo the room as I'm doing it, I can look at this as well. And then we have maybe some journal kits. And then there's, what else do we have? We have covers. We have soft covers. That doesn't even, I'm never going to know what that word says. I can't read my own writing. All right, now let's get into this box here. This isn't even a journal. This is a birthday card that I was making for my friend Brianne. Gosh, I don't even know, maybe 2021, 2020. I don't know. I never finished it. Probably should just give it to her. And let's see. But in the box, we have lots of things in here. So let's see. We'll grab a few things out. I'll just keep grabbing stuff. Okay, we'll stop right. Well, I kind of want to get it all out so that I can put them back into that box possibly. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Well, we have to organize it too because some of them are just a cover if they're not finished, and some of them could be just a kit. So let's see. What's this? This one is, ooh, it's a squishy one. I'm going to have to call this a journal cover because I don't have anything in it. But before I do that, was one of these the signature that I was going to use. I think this might have been the one, although I don't think it matches. So let's set that aside really quick. Just thumb through this stuff. I don't even know what I'm doing. Here's another pack right here. Let's see. Maybe this was it. Oh, this looks more like it. These are, oh, I just hadn't put them together. So, but this also doesn't look like it would match. I mean, this is very, it's not, I don't know. Does it? Does it go together? Maybe that was my issue. This is a digital kit that I purchased. I don't know from who. And it looks like I did double printing. I'm going to put this one together for now and set it aside. See how we're going to count that in a minute. What's this? This is, oh, this is junk mail. This is a junk mail folio that I collaged and never finished. I didn't put any pockets on it. Unfinished project. So, I mean, I think my plan was to put like a little signature in there, like a tiny one. But I think what happened is see how tight that is? Like I would have to rescore that, which I can, and make like a little gusset because there's no way that would just pop open. Like if I put any paper in there, it would pop open, you know, and then it wouldn't close. So I'm going to call this an unfinished something folio. We'll do folios. Let's do that. We'll make another section here. Folios. Okay. So we'll put that up there. Oh, it's a real nightmare here. Okay, and then this, what was this? This is I'm going to call this a folio too. It was an envelope. This is junk mail. It's junk mail makeovers, and I didn't complete. Just a random piece of copy dye paper. I'm going to stick that over in the section to be refiled. Let me move this. This is ridiculous. Why did I make a pile like this, you ask? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows why I do the things I do? I haven't figured it out yet. So let's get this. We'll do this. We'll start here. I just had this in my hand. This is another type of folio. This is a junk mail makeover. I actually like junk mail makeovers. I don't know why I stopped doing them. Oh, wait, I know. Because life happened and then I went crazy. All right. This is an unfinished journal. This is an altered book that I never finished. So it's going to be a gator mouth one. It's going to be one of those ones that flop open and be all fluffy and then just kind of more of a decorative. So I'm going to add that to the list. And that's going to go, I'll put that in the box. That'll go in my box. This one is unfinished. Look at this one. So I love this one. I think it's really fun. I made it out of a file, like a heavy-duty file folder, you know, that goes in those file cabinets. It's the file folder that you put in the file cabinet, and then you put your file folders in those file things, you know, with the metal. Anyways, whatever. So this is unfinished. I'm going to put this number 5 and stick that in there. This is another junk mail makeover. So I'm going to call my folios, though. Folios / junk mail makeovers. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is from last Christmas. This was some painty papers that I was working on, and I was going to make a journal with it. And then here's another one right here, a signature. And I didn't know if I was going to make one journal or 2 journals. I'm going to count this right here as 1. So I'm going to put it together. It could, because I feel like this could be, no, it can't be because I already sewed this one. Okay, this is 2. except this doesn't have anything. I have to wait. No, I'm going to count this as one. Oh my gosh. Because it was supposed to be just a very simple, sweet journal, and I know that. I'm going to put that in my box. Okay, then there's this one here. This one, I think I just got turned off on it because I don't like, because it was so plain. But you know what? This is where you take your laces and you just layer things up, you know. I just layer it up and make it all pretty, put appliques on it. I mean, basically, all this is the background. It's the backdrop. It's the starting off point. I did 2 different stitches around it because I was trying to see, I see other people how they take the stitches and it goes on both sides. I don't know if that's a thing, if it's called something, but I wanted to see if I could do it. And I think this was a practice one. This is not sewn in, but it has 3 little signatures. I'm going to count it. Unfinished journal. I mean, it's being put together. Let's see. This one, what's in here? What's in here? Oh, I think this was a mad mess. I don't even know if I'm going to count this because I might just let this go. I was practicing with bags. Oh, I don't know. Well, now I'm wondering because I think it's still workable. Okay, there's one. These were like bag journal things that I was making 2. And then here's the parts and pieces. Yeah, nope, they're started. That's actually just a cover though. I'm going to count them. 2. I have 2 right here. 1, 2. And this is its own little thing. I think it's kind of an artful play. I'm going to count them. I had fun doing them. I was still working out the kinks, but I had fun doing them. And I know they were actually journals. This, what is this? This is a signature. I think it used to have a cover. And I stole it, I think. Okay. This is just a bunch of paper. It's a signature. It's a fat one, though. It's not like, well, I think I have a lot of extra. Oh, all the extra pieces are in here. That's what it is. Okay. So there's my signature. It's still a pretty fat signature. Maybe it was supposed to be 2 of them. I think what happened here is I stole the cover for something else. I'm not a copy connoisseur, and I think I was trying to make a copy type journal for the arts and crafts fair that we have here, the whatever. And then I never did it. This does not speak to me. Does not speak to me. So I'm going to pull this. I'm not even going to count it because I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to pull that one. All right. This is, oh, here's that file folder I was talking about. So this is an unfinished, it's kind of like a little tag thing. I was kind of practicing with it. I don't know whether I'm going to count this or not, just because I don't think, it's not something I would ever finish. It's something that I was like, kind of like a prototype, like, and I was following somebody. That was a long time ago. That might have actually been from like 2018. Oh, journal covers that I was making. This is a little shorty. That's going to go in the journal covers. Journal cover I was making. This is also kind of short, I feel like. Let me see. It's stiff. Whatever I was doing, whatever folder or whatever glue, I don't know. It's more stiffer. It's got more stability, so that's nice. Let's see. This is a 9 by 6. My average. This one right here is going to be with the drippies down here 9, and then by like 6.5 by the time it's folded over. I think 6.5 is what it's going to be. So there's those. And then here's just a piece of fabric that I had sewn. And I was just going to make like a little floppy journal. Just something. I think my idea was to like put some, don't hold me to this, but I have a feeling I was going to attempt to make a little like sewing packet, like to hold like my threads and sewing things, and something that was soft that I could also fold and tuck to go in a bag. I think, I don't know for sure, but that's what's coming to me. I'm going to put these all in the journal covers. And then this one also, what is this? How do I get in here? Oh, yeah, journal covers. And this is paper that I was going to use, which is silly because that's just scraps, which means I stole the signature out of this at some point. I was working on this. This is literally just that. I'm going to still put it in my journal covers. Okay, we're not counting journal covers, but apparently I have a ton of those too. All right, now, next we have, okay, so we have these scrappy papers that I need to put back into the rotation. And then this one right here. Oh, another one of these file folders. It's just a little notebook. Technically, I mean, I guess it could use some more work. I'm going to put this in my ephemera. I'm going to put this in ephemera stuff because it wouldn't be a journal. It's just a little thing. And then what's this? Another little notebook. I never finished. I didn't stitch it in or anything. I was just kind of messing around. I felt like I was making this when I worked with Jamie. I think I was. Oh, and I was using an envelope. Yeah, it's, oh, there's stuff inside there. So I'm going to put that also in ephemera type things. So I feel like that would just be added into it. All right. So now I have this journal, this book right here. It's going on. Okay, Reader Digest. This is what I started out making all of these. This is one that I've prepped. I've prepped it. That's it. As far as ripping out pages and gluing pages together. Oh, I actually have started some work. So unfinished. I do enjoy these. So they're fun for collage work. Like if you like to do altered books, basically it's like, for me anyways, it's like a lot of collaging. So I'm going to put that in my box of unfinished journals. And then this, yeah, I don't think this quite matches this. I think, oh, I have this in here. Hello. I'm not going to count this. I think this is a journal cover by itself. I'm not sold with that. I don't think that really goes. I'm going to pull that out. I'm going to pull this one out. These will go back into the rotation of stuff to use. And this is going to go into journal covers. There I go. So I've got that kind of figured out. All right, so this video, what did we come up with? And we haven't done any flip throughs. Maybe you don't want to see flip throughs. Some of them are like really like unfinished. I probably wouldn't do a flip through of that one. This one has a lot done into it. Maybe a flip through on that one because I feel like I can get that one done. But just today on the top shelf of one of my several shelves, we have 11 unfinished journals, and we have created some sections. So unfinished journals right there, journal kits, soft covers. I might need to change this pre-made, and then some unfinished. Well, probably most, some unfinished. What do I do with those? Okay. Those are our sections. Anyways, my friends, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for helping me. This is definitely going to be some great organization stuff that's going to happen. This is really inspiring me to get into some more of my junk mail makeovers and make folios. They're so much fun and they're so easy. And it's just a great way to use up all that junk mail and make them into beautiful gifts. Let me know what you think about this video, and I hope that you want to see more because, friends, I need to get in here and dissect my shelves and get it cleaned up. I hope you enjoy all your moments, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.